wasn't any, right? I loaded in the game. I'm like, where were we? I'm like, we are standing in the rain. That's where we are. Isn't this terribly exciting? Oh, hold on a second. Let me get my, so people know what it is we're actually playing. Thank you very much. So, I'm trying to remember what it is we have to do.
Expiobule. High workman for the excavation.
Oh, that was right.
The Bakewell puddings to look
freaking Bakewell puddings. So we brought the flour to the lady at the church. And do we now have Bakewell puddings? Yes. Yes, we do. We now have Bakewell puddings. So we can go back to Lord Fancy Pants' place and be like, look, I've got your fucking cake. Give me your workforce so I can go get myself killed, please.
Let's teleport our follower of Sappho and her sensible shoes.
Right, but let us quickly do a reminder about what it is we are playing. We are playing the Excavation of HOB'S BARROW, which is voiced by the same voice actress who does Karlach. So if she doesn't start dancing or humming every once in a while, I'm a little disappointed, gonna be honest. The game has content warnings for phobias, death and dying, horror themes, mental health and trauma, sexual themes, sound effects, socio-political themes, violence, flashing lights or imagery, and jump scares. Just as a reminder, you can catch up on previous installments of the game at the link provided in the chat. And we also have a dramatis personae, which Celia and Ducky and Wendy. No, Wendy, you don't have to do anything. I'm just saying your name. Keep up to date as we go along encountering these various fools. I should really look at this really quick. It's been a bit since I've looked at it.
It's the dramatis personae.
Yeah. Mrs.
There's a lot of people
There's
in this
a
game.
lot. What's a slimy man supervising a trio of woodcutters? Eunice. Mr. Brighton's goat. Not Satan. No, sir. I dig it.
There's a lot of characters in this thing.
Oh, the posh painter's dog is named Sydney. Oh, well done, folks. You've done a great job with the dramatis personae.
A remarkable amount of them are voiced by Shogo.
Hello, Wendy. Goodbye, Wendy. I'm sure a lot of them are voiced by Shogo for sure. It does have a pretty large cast, actually. I'm impressed. So, we now have Lord Fancy Pants' fancy cakes, and we're going to go back to his house and give them to him, and then maybe stab him. I don't know. We'll see. Map. Let's go to...
Become undeliverable.
Oh, look!
Eastern Road.
We now have filled in all the locations. We should go back to the Eastern Road and investigate. What could happen in the raid? I mean, come on. Let's go investigate. Here it is, the Eastern Road. I'm going to hold down the spacebar and see if there's anything here.
I didn't notice the purple flowers before.
They were with him, yes.
That's a polite way of saying tied around him.
Bakewell, 32 miles.
Is that why they're all Bakewell tarts?
Yes.
We're 32 miles from the town of Bakewell. I've been to the town of Melton, where the Melton
Mowbray. Home of pork pies.
Beauty really was in complete isolation before the railway line came in.
Yes, it was. All right, there's nothing else here to see.
Be a reason for that.
All right, to do. No, not the to-do list. Go back. We want to do the fast travel, please. Not the menu. All right, we now have filled in all the locations. So let's go to the manor where I'm sure nothing bad will happen. Oh no, he's waiting for us.
Oh shit.
The vision returns.
Slap him, then kiss him.
I come bearing gifts.
Here we go.
Freshly baked gifts?
Yes. 3 of Mrs. Duplancy's famous Bakewell puddings.
Bakewell tarts are not my thing. They're Alistair's thing. But he tends to pick the cherry off the top of them, and I eat those.
You are an amusing creature, Thomasina.
Amusing creature?
Amusing creature. Later I may hunt you for sport.
What do you mean?
You must think me a scoundrel of the highest order for asking you to undertake such folly.
Well, yes, I do, you lazy git.
Of course I would have lent you my men either way.
Well, you might have told me that before I went to all this bother.
I merely desired an excuse to share a cake with you.
A cake, yes.
Share a cake with
Share
you.
a cake.
Lord Panswick.
I take no pleasure in watching you scurry about Bewley to fulfill my every whim.
Really? Because that tone of voice implies that's exactly what you enjoy.
He's serving Tim Curry energy.
Right? Cake sharing is third base. He is a creep.
Or do I?
See?
You did not, sir.
I do not find this amusing in the slightest.
My sensible shoes are thoroughly damp.
You have no idea what I had to go through to get these for you.
Oh, I do. And that's what I admire about you.
Unwilling to commit a little breaking and entering?
Tenacity.
Sure, that's what we're calling it.
Even in the face of something you know to be absurd.
I feel like this was an audition.
Don't give up, do you?
Never. Though in this case, I ought to have.
Now then, will you share one of these tempting...
Rub it in his face.
Oh, why not? I should get a cake out
Here's
of this.
the fucking cake.
Why not?
Splendid. I'm glad the rain doesn't put you off.
I live in England!
Choke on it, Tory boy.
You're off. You're being bifurcated by the camera.
Drinking tea and being
Like to
discreet.
live a little dangerously, don't you, Thomasina?
Did you just ask me if I liked to live dangerously? While eating cake?
Let us stroll to the back.
That sounds nice.
It is pissing it down.
Romance on the moors. A little rain never hurt anyone.
We walked side by side down to the beck, his hand occasionally brushing my own.
This is moving very fast.
Despite Lord Panswick's entertaining company, I had an overwhelming feeling that time was being wasted.
Why was time being wasted? He's Tim Curry and Matt Berry. If all their roles, sleaziness was distilled and separated from any charm. Yeah.
Jackie Daytona.
There's a whole song about the Moors killing people, right?
Those cakes down by the beck, and as he attempted the most charming lines he could muster upon me, I only had one thing on my mind.
Stabbing him.
Father,
Really? Honey, you need a therapist.
could he be saved from his suffering? Was the answer to be found within HOB'S barrow? I ached to find out.
You need a hobby.
I didn't even notice the taste of those famous puddings. Seemingly disheartened by my lack of enthusiasm, Lord Panswick soon marched me back toward the ruined chapel.
Chaps, listen up. You're to assist Miss Bateman's excavation tomorrow.
In the rain.
What time, Miss Bateman?
Early morning, if you don't mind.
We'll be there whenever you need us, miss.
HOB'S barrow. On the Bryden estate, if I'm not mistaken.
We'll be there.
Take your tools with you. Miss Bateman will need every assistance we can provide her with.
The daily participle. Your English teacher would be very unhappy.
It's no bother.
Splendid.
Thank you, lads.
Now, if you'll excuse me,
I'm wet.
I'll see you later.
Hi.
I'm wearing 5 layers of wool and they're all completely soaked with water. This weather is giving me anxiety. I'm getting a cold just from looking at this.
See you tomorrow morning, all right?
Certainly. I appreciate your help.
Why don't you wrap up right now so I can poke around in here while everyone's backs are turned? Okay, or not. Ooh.
Well, that's a relief to have my crew assembled for tomorrow. It's getting dark and cold. Time to head
Yes.
back to the plough and furrow.
Well, time to walk across the moors at night with no light source in the pissing rain. Again.
Oh yeah, let's take the long way for sure. Let's totally take the long way. Has anything changed? Doesn't look like it. No. What was it? Tab? Space? I thought it was space bar, but there's... When I hold space bar, there's nothing left. Exit. Oh! 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 Owl!
I don't wish to disturb the owl.
Why not? Hello, little guy!
I don't wish to disturb the owl.
Oh, he makes noise.
Hmm.
I mean, I think she's doomed by the narrative, for sure. I like this music.
We have the score to this, by the way.
Yeah, I think I just haven't loaded it up yet because I haven't finished the game. And I'm weird that way. Wander back into town.
Oh, the murder fogs.
Mr.
Wait a
Lucas.
fucking second. Why is there a light on in the Tinker's place?
Wasn't there last time? And there was just...
Although it's probably just Mrs. Duplancy.
Right? Go away.
No one here.
Oh, there's someone there. They're just upstairs. They're not going to answer. Is anybody funky hanging around? Excrement.
Evening, Miss Bateman.
Good evening, Stanley.
Oh, what is Panswick doing here?
Stanley, my good man.
To what do we owe the pleasure of your visit, your lordship?
Sus.
I've come to wish Miss Bateman good fortune for her grand excavation tomorrow.
Sure, that's what you're doing.
I'm really rather curious as to what she might turn up.
Oh dear.
As am I, your lordship.
An exciting time for Bewley. Wouldn't you agree, Stanley?
Oh, yes, your lordship. Very, very exciting.
Everybody's kowtowing to this guy.
Dear, please, allow me the pleasure of buying you a drink.
Oh, sure. That never went wrong. What? Oh, yeah. So he can cross running water if he's made it into town. If he came in the same way I did. That's for sure.
Or
Although,
just bat.
or bat, because it's nighttime now, you know?
Fuck this.
Welcome
Bat.
antidote to the wind's bite. Wouldn't you say, Stanley?
Why are you relying on the bartender to hype you up and say you're not creepy?
Yes, indeed, your lordship.
Have you guys heard of power dynamics? We'll have one. Why not?
Why not?
Splendid. You heard the fair lady.
Holds a pint. There we go.
There you are.
Thank you.
Everyone, raise your glasses to Miss Bateman.
Everyone, I'm in charge. Do what I say.
May she conquer HOB'S Barrow and find all that she desires.
Oh, such loaded phrasing. Oh,
Hip hip.
Hooray!
oh
You
gosh.
don't wish to join me in a beverage?
Oh no, dear. I only drink blood.
Oh, you go ahead, my dear. Alcohol does not sit well with my constitution.
Sus. So sus.
Thank you, your lordship. I needed that.
I aim to provide you with whatever your heart desires.
Oh yeah, he's
Huge
still
you.
totally a vampire.
I've reminded my chaps they're to meet you at HOB'S Barrow in the morning.
You realize it's a 4-hour walk from here, right? I'm gonna have to get up at
Thank you
dawn.
again, Lord Panswick.
Till we meet again, faites des beaux rêves.
Oh,
Mr. Shoulder.
ooh, very cold.
Your lordship.
Oh dear, what was that about? What was that about, Leonard?
Hello
Leonard.
again, Mr. Shoulder.
Miss Bateman.
Nothing new to talk
Thank you for your
about.
time.
Aye, Miss Bateman. We will speak more later.
Oh yeah, there was very
Will
much a
we?
cold shoulder there. Who are these people? Oh, this is the lady who was selling earlier, and here's Drunky Magoo.
I'd like to avoid speaking to her. Maybe she didn't notice that I swapped the herbs, but it's not worth the risk.
Fair.
She's a punk ass motherfucker.
I'll leave those two to their conversation.
How are you, Cyril?
And Cyril?
Fuck off.
Here. Leave me be, lass.
Very well. I'm not gonna get drawn into conversation.
Anything else to talk?
No! Oh, I'll talk to Arthur.
Hi, Arthur.
Oh, he's gone.
Seen her.
Arthur?
I've remembered something.
Have you?
Have you now?
What is it, Arthur?
Not here.
Oh
For the
dear.
love of fuck.
Me outside. In the alley.
I swear to God, if he makes it past me, I'm gonna kick him.
I'll go out through the front. You go out through the
Stinking
gents.
drunk. But let's hear what he has to say.
We
I
must.
don't need to use the filthy lavatory.
Oh, fine. Anything else to say, Stanley? If I'm not back in 20 minutes, come get me.
You've changed your tunes, Stanley. An exciting time for Bewley. I thought you didn't want me to excavate HOB'S Barrow.
Good observation.
Well,
You know, his lordship's
Well,
here,
that
and
man
I
can have me
have no
killed, Miss
spine.
Bateman.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to After kowtow, I have to do before a lot.
Aye, what can I get you?
Justice.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
Bye then.
Please don't steal the horse. What is it you want, Arthur?
Dead in the alley.
What is it?
First of all, I must apologize to you. That night we met, when I vanished.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, there were a man in the loo.
Okay.
And
A hooded man. He threatened me with a beating if I told you anything about what I saw.
Oh, Arthur, that's terrible. What did you see?
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing.
I can't remember.
I hadn't the foggiest idea what he were on about.
Huh.
It was a drink, you see.
Sure.
I'm an embarrassment, Thomasina.
Yes, Arthur. Yes, you are.
No, you're not, Arthur.
yes, you are.
Here's what I need to tell you. I've remembered what you were on about.
Oh?
In your own time.
Standing in the woods today, I knew there was something. I waited, I concentrated, and it finally came back to me.
Please, you're keeping me in some serious suspense here.
I'm waiting for the horse to kick him.
Me
It's
too.
all right. It were a couple of days before I met you.
Ooh, flashback. Passed out in the woods, it looks like.
Hurry now, Leonard.
Mmm.
I'm not as quick as I used to be. This leg is getting worse by the day.
Yes, yes. I'm constantly made aware of your failing health.
Mmm.
Do not fear. You said he has promised you the reward of your returned strength.
Mm. I mean, where else are you going to pass out? If you pass out in the village, they see you. If you pass out in the woods, they're not going to see you.
Aye, and it can't come soon enough.
Are you sure that it must be her blood?
Aye, she's family.
And she gets here in 2 days.
Aye.
We must bring her to the site as soon as she arrives.
No, no, no. Your lordship, with all due respect, we've been through this. We need to ease her into the idea.
The idea of bloodletting?
She will laugh in our faces if we just asked for it.
Who said we would ask?
No.
He told me that she needs to give it willingly.
This little scheme of yours better work, Leonard.
It will, your lordship. We've got the perfect bait.
Wait. Who goes there? Did you hear something?
Interesting. But now we have to decide if we're going to...
A moonlight tryst.
Oh my god! Fuck off, Fanswick!
After something, are you, Mr. Tillett?
Yeah, Arthur's dead. He's gonna get killed.
Your lordship, let me...
Save your words, you drunken wretch. Off you go, skedaddle.
Oh shit, son.
Make me
8-bit
ask
shepherd
twice.
hit. Look.
Oh, she's not happy.
I do wish you wouldn't spend so much time with that fool. It's beneath a woman of your standard.
Kick him!
It's sad, really. That dog urine they serve here has rather pickled the man's brain.
You're being most unfair to him. Mr. Tillett is a nice man.
Come now, come now. I shall bid thee adieu once more, for I do not wish for this to come between us. All the very best wishes for your excavation tomorrow, my dear.
Thanks.
You're not gonna take the horse? You're gonna leave... No, the horse belongs to the guy, the musician, doesn't he?
Yes.
How you doing?
What do you think, girl? How can I make sense of all this? I'll be glad to be back in London with a good book once this is all said and done.
Follower of Sappho.
Zoolinguist. She's a good listener. I'm sure she is. Is all my equipment still
I
here?
wish to carry around my heavy excavation tools.
Alright. Arthur's gonna be dead tomorrow. I just know it. Anybody else lurking around, or can I call it a night now? Nobody else is lurking around. Let's call it a night. Maybe not the barrow, maybe in the chapel. Poor Arthur, right? Oh! Hang on. Creep. Oh, look at Cyril! Look at Cyril! He's got his ears covered! I don't think we can skip this. There's people leaving. Okay, jump scares, folks. He's singing about a prophecy.
I kind of love how they're just steering into this being an incredibly anachronistic piece of music.
Right? This isn't skippable. There's nothing I can do. I do too. It's not subtitled. Oh, see, I'm a huge fan of anachronism, especially when it comes to musical presentation in a period piece. Witness A Knight's Tale being one of my all-time favorite movies.
Or there's a recurrent thing through Westworld
down a little
where
bit.
a couple of songs are arranged in the style of the theme park you're in.
Exactly. Freaking
And
love that.
the feudal,
Bridgerton, yep, got all those soundtracks.
the kind of feudal samurai era version of Castrol's Everything Around Me by Wu-Tang Clan is astounding.
Again.
Try Escape.
No. Ooh. It just cuts to us being asleep. Interesting. Oh, another dream. The creepy purple sun. All right, we're saving the game. Save. Give me my menu. I want to save.
No save for you.
No save for me!
you.
Oh! His music sends you into a trance. I wonder if he liked the little blonde girl on the moors. Are not maybe all that he seems to be. I like how slow she walks. Maybe we're going to encounter the goblin. Yes, we're going to encounter the goblin
Hey,
again.
little fella.
Hey, Hob.
So, Thomasina,
He sounds kind of like Arthur, doesn't he?
Yes.
the journal proves I'm telling you the truth, does it not?
I think it does.
It does.
Good. Now listen. I can help him again.
So we're going to have to pick a side, aren't we?
We can help him. Together.
How?
All those years ago, your father entered this barrow with the goal of binding me within it.
Why?
All because the people of Bewley had gotten it into their heads that Sack's not what cause of their plight. I tell you, Thomasina, we're not. Your father botched his incantation, leaving me in this weakened state, stuck in this limbo.
That tracks. Victorian guy not doing the homework. Yep, that tracks.
As for him, well, you know how he ended up.
This doesn't sound right. Incantations. My father is a man of...
You don't know your father, Thomasina. How old were you? A child of not even 5, 6 years?
Hey, Heaven.
You need to enter this barrow and undo what your father did. The spell must be undone.
I think that's kind of my personal goal, is let's undo whatever my father fucked up.
Then not only will I regain my strength, but your father will too.
But how do I...
Blood.
Yeah, I was afraid of that.
The truest symbol of life and death. It's the life which flows within you, but it's also death once it escapes.
I think I'm feeling like we're gonna help the little goblin man here,
I
yeah.
don't understand.
Worry not how you'll undo what's been done.
Okay.
When the time comes, you'll know exactly what to do.
Cool.
Time is short. Your father and I grow weaker by the hour.
And why is that all of a sudden?
Go. Save your father.
So to be clear, we are very much team help the little gobbo do gobbo crimes, possibly unleash a sleeping elder god, because everyone in Bewley was mean to us, right?
And because I don't want to help the Tory. Because I think that's my alternative.
Yes.
I must undo what has been done.
It worries me. That's all you remember from the dream.
Father, I'm coming.
Uh-huh. Alright, please let me save. Please, please. No, it doesn't let me save. Got a musical instrument. Got 2 stones, but isn't there supposed to be a third? I haven't found the third. I hope that's not an issue.
Is it not the one directly above the doorway at Lord Cumberbatch's manor?
Probably.
At Cheekbone Mansion?
Cheekbone Mansion. Alright, save. Team Gobbo!
I've stored my case in there. A box within a box.
Everyone would trust a goblin, right? Very much so.
I don't wish to carry the bowl.
Fine. Oh, here's the key!
Herbert? How did you get in here?
He's a cat. Aww.
I can't remember. Look at that little guy.
Hi, sweetie.
Look at that big chunky puddle.
Big chunky baby.
It doesn't matter anymore. I've got much more important things to get on with.
You didn't even pet the cat. How rude.
Everything's been
Talk to
supernatural and
animals,
weird,
lady.
but I
Come
don't
on.
care
I will
anymore.
never play Baldur's Gate 3 without the ability to speak to animals. Never. Never, ever. I derive entirely too much joy from it. All right. Onward. My breakfast, please, Stanley.
Good morning. Stanley?
Ah, Miss Bateman. Mr. Shoulder left a note for you.
Oh, dear.
Thank you, Stanley.
Thank you kindly. Meet me at my home as soon as you read this. There is no time to waste. Leonard. I'm going
Sure,
to my
we'll be there in
excavation.
2 days.
Fuck off!
Oh, there were a key with it too.
Were there?
Let's see what my to-do list says now. Urgently.
I am crushed that the game does not have. Do you want to do 2 days of arbitrary fetch quests so that Leonard could sit on his ass as an option?
Miss Bateman,
What's happening?
thank you. In the name of God, leave this town.
This escalated quickly.
What on earth?
Father Roach, what is the meaning of this?
There's nought for you here, lass. Clear off.
I beg you, Miss Bateman.
You know what's going on, don't you? Cyril, you snitch!
Father Roche, Mr. Farnaby, here to wish Miss Bateman good luck for her excavation, gentlemen.
Am I heck?
Mr. Kemp, you know.
An excavation strongly supported by Lord Panswick, no less.
I wish you well with your findings, Miss Bateman. May the Lord strengthen you and guard you from the evil one.
Mmm.
Yeah. Little children, guard yourselves from idols.
Mmm.
Good luck, Miss Bateman.
Interesting.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Cyril?
Yeah, I liked her. Huh? Thank you. What's happening? So what do we think this is? Do they know that the excavation's gonna go forward tomorrow and Cyril and the priest are like, God, no, please.
May I share with you my theory?
Please, share with me.
Everything we've been told is true. It's just twisted a little bit to the left. I don't think the goblin was responsible for the bad harvest. I think shackling the goblin to HOB'S barrow has ensured good harvests.
And they don't want the status quo upturned, especially when it involves dealing with devils. And, oh, if it was chained in the past, who cares?
Cyril, being the one person looking out for you, would track with that.
But he's not looking out for you. He wants you to just not touch anything and leave.
Which is this instance.
Yeah. All right. Oh,
Yeah, or they
notice
could
our fast travel's now missing.
be, or they could be goblin racists. That also.
Yeah. So we have to do this the manual way. They're not going to let...
Case to Mr. Shoulder's residence.
Okay. I just have to remember how to get there.
I must make haste.
Oh, won't let me go that way. So I have to go through the church.
We have in fact completed all fetch quests now. It is now day 3, and we have been summoned urgently to Mr. Shoulder's house. And I am gutted the game does not give us an option to wait 2 days before showing up.
Yeah, look, it's gone. I've got my to-do list, and I've got the menu, but
Has the center of the circle been recently disturbed?
is the crow dead?
That's a dead
Your
crow.
thing is beyond help.
Oh boy.
The crow's died. That's not a good sign.
I must make haste.
Right, but then you need to remind me how to get there because you took away... Wasn't it out this way? Oh, it's the child.
Douglas?
Oh, did you hurt the crow?
It's just a toy. It's no use to me.
Are you sure? I'll take whatever we can get right now. Small box. Hold on. Let's check out the rest of the... No laundry on the line anymore. If this is the third stone.
What's this?
No, the third stone's on his door.
A box. It's locked.
Yes, well, I have a key.
Mr. Shoulder, I got your note. Explain yourself. Curses.
He's not here again.
Use key on box.
The key fits.
Good.
Go.
There it is.
Damn it.
Peculiar stone.
There it is. Hey, Jordan, how's it going?
Hi, Jordan.
We are
this
on.
is a good time, dude.
We are on day 3. You've missed the day of annoying fetch quest. You've gotten to the day of probably spookiness.
So, spoilers abound, obs.
Yeah, exactly. Let me put a link to the content warnings and the dramatis persona in the chat for you again, in case you want to catch up. More of the peculiar stones.
Wait. Does this mean Mr. Shoulder was the third man on my father's excavation?
We figured that out 2 days ago, Thomasina. Come on.
There's a note underneath.
My heart is his light. My heart is his heart. My light is his light. Oh, gosh. Stone and note. All right, so we've got all three, what we anticipate to be 3 stones now. Exactly like I said we would last night. And he's nowhere to be found. And I have no fast travel, so it's going to make me walk the long way again. Are we off to the barrow?
I mean, sure, why not? We've been in
What can it
identical soaking clothes for 2 or 3 days, so we're dead of hypothermia, if not by blood sacrifice, imminently.
There's the bunny. Come back.
It's just a toy.
It won't let us take the toy sword. What's the worst that could happen at the barrow, right? Okay. Now I have to remember how to get to the barrow.
It's time to excavate Hobbs' back. Lord Panswick's men will be waiting for me.
Fine, we'll go this way then. We're gonna check on the goat. There may be a goat jump scare. Oh, it's gone. The demon goat has run away. Okay, we're gonna go to the barrow entrance and then I'm gonna save.
Hello? Is anyone home?
Neither of them are home.
About 3 years ago, there was
He's
a
not answering.
Jude Law-fronted TV show called The Third Day, about a guy who gets trapped on a small island which is only occasionally connected to the mainland via a tidal peninsula. And it's friendly and nice, and it becomes apparent after a while that he can't leave. And the end of the first episode is he is stopped from leaving. Second episode is an entirely different person showing up 6 weeks later and finding him working in the local pub with no memory of his time there. The original plan, and this was literally as the pandemic was breaking, was that the final part of this would be a huge national event where you could travel to the island and look around. As it stands, what they ended up doing was having, I believe, drone footage and different cameras, all of which was led up to the reveal that the island is run by a cult and he is being sacrificed. This has very strong that vibes.
They are. All right, here they
hey,
are.
lads.
Good morning, men.
Whose names I haven't
Thank you
learned.
for braving the weather.
Aye, miss. Little rain is no bother.
I like that guy. I hope he doesn't die.
May we start?
Yes, we've not a moment to waste.
I believe it was a show called The Third Day. I'll look it up for you.
Dun dun dun.
So, the excavation of Hobbs' barrow began.
Finally.
Horace and his men learnt quickly
Horace.
and went about their work with care. We toiled for hours, rolling away great stones, removing mortar and masonry put in place by Father, Mr. Bryden and Mr. Shoulder. They had gone to great lengths to seal the barrow. I should have realised their efforts were not only to keep us out, but also to keep something contained within. Eventually, our careful application of pick, trowel and shovel gave way to open space. A stagnant, cadaverous odour was let forth.
Cadaverous odour. Great.
Beautiful turn of phrase.
Ooh, nice. I know, right, Hawkeye?
The seal was broken. I couldn't believe my eyes.
Folks, I am sincerely
Bracing for
anticipating a
jump
jump scare and flashing imagery, so please be careful.
Splendid work, all of you.
I'll take it from here.
Step inside, miss. We'll be right behind you.
Thank you, Horace.
Oh, Horace.
Thomasina, come on.
Wait a moment longer.
Oh, honey.
Oh, my crate's here. That's nice. Flowers. Those purple.
Flowers? I can't get my head around this.
The Barrow Queen has breached the barrier. The seal is broken.
How could they possibly grow here?
I don't think they're growing. Yeah, she's about to get Montiliade.
Horace, come see this.
Oh, he ain't going in there. He's not stupid.
Horace?
Oh. Okay, hold on. Broken pottery, flowers. Let's pop our head out real quick, shall we? That'll go well.
Chaps?
And they're gone.
I've been abandoned.
Abandoned. Horace and Co. have departed. Oh, and she just automatically goes back in. You're lucky you weren't sealed in, lady. All right, let us imagine. Okay, let's. No site plan, no markings,
No lamp.
no light
Flags.
Come on, nothing. No, this is the most dynamite armchair dig I have ever seen. Come on.
Horace realized he is a black man in a horror story and decided to skip town.
Bless him. That is valid.
Go
Good
with
for
God,
him.
Horace.
Exactly. But come on. I've got no light. I've got no sight grid. I've got no assistant taking notes.
The last time I saw archaeology this slapdash was when I was hired to power wash ancient, recently unknown statues in Power Wash Simulator.
That's better than your reference. I was going to go with the Crystal Skull. Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull.
That's legit too.
Column A. She's brought all of that equipment and used none of it.
Fairly standard Bronze Age pottery.
Okay. Bronze
High
Age.
heaven, I'm afraid.
Thomasina, your working methods are what Lara Croft was taught not to do.
Not worth making note of. There are people who specialize in Bronze Age pottery shards. What are you doing?
A burial urn, perhaps, though there's no sign of ashes.
Hmm.
An unremarkable find.
Please don't pick them.
Try as I might, these flowers are steadfastly rooted.
Thank God.
They are not budging an inch.
Interesting. Folks, Commerce is exerting herself. So before we do a little bit further exploring, I mean, I do have a lamp and all. Let's take a quick stretch break. I could use a water refill as well before we continue Dynamite Archaeology, the Victorian 101, and we will be right back. If you haven't moved or gotten up out of wherever it is you are ensconced since the stream started about an hour and a quarter ago, you should probably do so. Now is a good time to get a wiggle, get yourself some liquid, perhaps something to cuddle and or hide behind as the rest of this excavation continues, okay? We'll be back in 2-3 minutes. Hey everybody, welcome back and welcome to the Raiders. Let me put some stuff in the show notes for you. We are playing the excavation of HOB'S Barrow. We've just gotten to the spooky stuff at day 3. So
congratulations. You have arrived literally as we are excavating HOB'S Barrow.
You have jumped into the dive into the deep end of this. So let us repeat the content warnings for you. Common phobias, death and dying, horror themes, mental health and trauma. There have been some sexual themes, mostly a very poorly flirting Tory. There will be some sound effects and jump scares on occasion, socio-political themes, and violence. You can find more details, which may contain spoilers, at the link in the chat. If you haven't watched us streaming this game before, there are several previous installments available on the list in the chat, and we are keeping a running dramatis personae of all the various characters that we've encountered. So, especially if you're new to the game and you don't know who people are, feel free to make use of that resource as well. There's a surprising number of characters in such a small game. But the titular barrow has now been opened, and all of our workers have run off and left us behind.
They literally went, "Here you go, miss. Yeah, splendid. I'm going to go in and pillage. Oh, I say, chaps, come take a look." And they've all just fucked
And
off.
they're all gone. Oh, here, I'll show you. Look.
Horace and company have departed, it would seem.
Okay.
Let's carry on alone.
I must carry on alone. I've looked at the pots and dismissed them as being insignificant. And there are all these flowers. So now I'm like, should we cut some flowers? Or let's try using our lantern.
My lantern is fueled and operational.
Yes, Thomasina, let's use it now, please. Use lantern with me. No? Okay, fine. I don't want to burn the flowers. That would be bad. Maybe let's try digging them up. We are an archaeologist, after all.
Let's see if I can cut them away.
Oh, I'm sure that won't go poorly. Me. Hey, Ember, let's go raid Alistair and Marguerite. Alistair and Marguerite. So we're in a horror barrow right now.
We're in the cave. We think there's some dead stuff in here with us. It's going to be dead good.
Let's see if we can cut away the flowers that are mysteriously growing in this underhand.
We do have a canife.
I'll try that next, if that doesn't work. But I'm an archaeologist. I'm going to stick with tools of the trade. Let's start with the trowel. See how that goes. Okay.
Something has been boarded up here.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, crumbs.
There's rocks. We're going to move the rock away. All right, good. Let's move the other rock. I'm sure nothing will go wrong here. Okay, now we'll move the board. Can we not stand on the boards while we move them? I'm not trying to use the Baldur's Gate 3 camera commands anymore. I'm very proud of myself. There's gonna be a body. There's gonna be a jump scare. There's gonna be something. And yes, and folks who don't recognize this voice, this is the same voice actress who plays Karlach in Baldur's Gate 3.
And also, just in case there's
But he doesn't, like, dance around and hum, which is
and also, just in case there's anyone in the chat other than me who listens to them, which I think is pretty unlikely, is Orr in the current run of Torchwood audio dramas.
Yep.
Iron stakes have been driven through the boards.
That's very bad.
In place. I feel uneasy about what might lie beneath, but what choice do I have?
You have the entire rest of the world, Thomasina. You can take your sensible shoes and go, but no! Oh, listen to the music. It's gotten very... Let's try leaving again. Let's see if that works.
And company have departed, it would seem.
It won't even let me leave anymore. I know.
Let's carry on alone.
Oh my gosh. I have no, like, claw hammer or anything to do any of this with. I'm just gonna rip them up with my bare hands.
Stakes at each end are keeping the boards in place.
I
can't remove the stakes with my bare hands. I'll need to pry them out with something.
I am reminded very viscerally of...
Trowel to the rescue!
A panel.
Trowel. This one has seen better days.
I saw a panel at a convention a few years ago with author Maurice Brodus. Maurice is black, his wife is white. And he said a friend of his gave them a
passage.
Novel to beta read. And the inciting incident is this family moved into a house, and one day there was an extra door in the front room, and Maurice handed it back inside a week, and the guy said, "So you finish it?" I said, "No, I got to this point and I'd leave." I just leave.
The end.
And his wife finished the book, and they had a long discussion about the difference. And he said, at least, in where he grew up, if some strange shit happened, you just went. You went like, "Oh, I wonder what's going to happen." No, no.
All right, shall we?
Father, I'm coming.
Oh my gosh! This woman, this is...
Doc, we do not have time to talk about my love for Lost of Spookies. Latinos...
Lost of Spookies is one of my favorite TikTokers in the whole entire world. Well, at least she's using the lantern. Okay. Traipsing through the dark. Traipsing through the dark.
Goddamn right.
I hope there's no...
Oh,
come on! Why did it flicker out? It's an oil lamp.
Oh God, it does.
Am I out of paraffin?
I can heal a heartbeat to the music.
Thank goodness.
Why did it do that? Why did it make a clicking sound?
Okay, first of all, how dare you?
Flowers. You're in a Fey realm. Don't eat anything. You're gonna die. Going so very slowly.
Keep expecting an eye to open
I
behind
hate
you.
this. I hate this so much. I have all the lights on in the... Oh, there's steps. Actual stones. Oh, that's not good. There's a little tiny bit of background sound going on right now. That's about it. Yes, I know this is going very slow, but I'm very scared. Is that a cliff? Or no, I'm just going behind stone and... What's in here? Oh, I don't like it. Right.
My lantern went out. For good this time.
Oh, no!
I had no choice but to venture forth into the darkness.
Yeah, you had never... You have no redundancies that you know back up. Call a lifeline. Get out of here, girl. You're gonna die.
With each step, the passage narrowed in every conceivable way, until I was on hand and knee, crawling through thick clumps of vegetation.
My heart is like uncontrollable. And there's like, you're just soaking in this, aren't
The
you?
odor of that dank soil was somehow unnatural.
Unnatural.
I love Hole.
I crawled for an age, until I emerged in a cavern that seemed lit by the very earth itself.
Right? Sus! You are likely to be eaten by a grue. That's what's happening here. You got not a torch or a match in your inventory. Come on,
Well
girl.
done.
Look at her face. She looks a little pale and drawn. It's moving much faster now. Door and panels. Okay.
I think you're about to have to put stones in.
I think I'm about to do puzzles. It's okay, Wendy. I'm here.
Wendy, I'm not doing them.
Raiders, one of our stream mods, is currently working in another window, and so we are just reassuring her that Alistair will not be doing the puzzle this evening.
I have a lot.
I love when I see games saved. It's okay, Wendy. It's okay, Wendy. There's about to be a puzzle, but I am here.
This stone panel feels firmly affixed.
Firmly affixed.
This stone panel seems somewhat loose.
All right. Trusty trowel to the rescue.
The blade of the trowel is too thick to wedge between the stonework.
All right, fine. Chisel
I
time.
want a knife.
Chisel first.
Perhaps I can chip away at the edge of the stonework here.
Yes, because that's great archaeology, isn't it? Let's deface the site. Chat, I have used the phrase privy to in my difficult conversation TM prep notes. My boss isn't going to know what hurt her.
What have we here?
Oh, I broke my chisel, i.e. I no longer need it anymore. Oh, look. Would this perhaps be a panel to put some stones?
3 niches have been carved into the stone.
And I am holding 3 round rocks. Slot, slot, slot. Very well.
This stone...
Okay, it seems firmly fixed, but I have a knife, so can we do something about that?
No use. The knife will snap if I try any harder.
Right. Yeah, don't stick your hands in there. I learned that lesson the hard way about Skate 3. And then I redoed it because it was silly. Okay. All right, but now we have to figure out the order in which to put the stones, don't we? So, we must consult the book. Don't take the book, just read the book. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Previous. A place of miracles. A planted seed sprouted before our eyes and illuminated our path. Nature's laws hold a meaning here, but I did clutch at my tablet with the knowledge that it shall end this. That it shall end this. Rho, theta, epsilon. Just simply in the singularity of the characters. All eyes must face towards the 7th something or other. Singularity of the characters. Hang on a second. I need notes. Hang on. Where's my trusty Baldur's Gate notebook? Come to me, Baldur's Gate notebook. Okay. So, rho, theta. I know theta. And but that's epsilon. Oh no, so the symbols are missing. So rho, theta, epsilon, xi, and we only have rho and theta. Rho, theta, epsilon, xi, and it says something about the singularity of the characters. And it's something about eyes. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. When the sun and the 2 moons meet, the guardian shall be defeated. Still don't know what that means, but these symbols are interesting. I pour out my spirit. I will pour out my spirit. Okay, fine. A dead language reveals the path. Fine, weirdo. Okay, so hang on. Let's take a look at these stones, shall we? Because we got 3 of them. Here's Chicken Rock. Chicken. Hang on, I'm taking notes. So the chicken, they talked about the singularity of the character. So this is an I, an A, and a W.
Yeah, Graham, I think you have it.
And a star. I'm not even looking at the chat right now. I will get to it. And then we have the Serpent Rock, which has C, A, Z, and 3 stars. Okay, and then we have the Torso Rock, which has A, B, and then P, A. That's the only one that has duplicated characters. And it has 2 stars. Star times 2. So. All right, so the A, if the singularity of the characters is to be believed, then we can ignore anything with an A in it. And that gives us, well, they all have A's in it. So that gives us an I or a W, a C or a Z, a B or a P, and 3 stars. So let's try the easiest combination first, which is in the order of the stars, and see what happens. So first, the one with 1 star is the chicken. The one with 2 stars is the torso. The one with 3 stars is the serpent. And something. Okay, so that was over.
Do that first time.
The number of stars. 1, 2, 3. I don't think this is the last puzzle we're going to do with these stones, but that was my low-hanging fruit guess. I mean, if this was Baldur's Gate, I would have quick saved. But, there we go. Click or a trap, right? Good question. Aha! Now the panel on the other one has fallen off.
Incredible.
Letters on the notebook.
Okay, right? Another puzzle. So let's go back and look at our notebook again. Oh, look, I'm out of stones now. That's nice. Okay.
Puzzle master.
We found the code was simply in the singularity of the characters. All eyes must face towards the 7th, whatever the heck that word is. Okay, and then there was this whole, look, serpent and moon thing. And look, it has very conveniently for us, you will notice, interposed this over the puzzle itself. So if we take these half crescent moon shapes as the serpents, when the sun and the 2 moons meet, the guardian shall be defeated. Sun and the 2 moons. So the serpent is here, obviously, in reference to the 2 moons, when that's a... so notice there's no A. Well, there's one A. And there's shapes here around these 2 spots. It's obviously...
This is Gnostic.
Say again?
This is Gnostic.
As in, like, Gnostic Gospels?
The
Gnostic?
Archontics refer to 7 demons. Of the 7 Archontic demons, the first is lion-shaped, the second is a bull, the third is amphibious and hisses horribly, the fourth is in the form of an eagle, the fifth has the appearance of a bear, the sixth that of a dog, and the 7th that of an ass, named Thathabaoth or Anoel.
Okay, well...
So it's possible that has no relevance at all to anything we're currently looking at.
Right. So... There are 4 rows here, and it ends in an M, but there's no M in any of the characters on the stones. So maybe I just push these? Let's see. No, that didn't do anything. Okay. Let me try something. So it says ignore. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to exit and come back because everybody knows that resets the puzzle. So I'm going to click the unique letters on the 3 stones in the order in which we put them in the other puzzle. So I'm going to do the I and the W from the chicken. Then I'm going to do the C and the Z from the serpent. And then I'm going to do the B and the P from the torso. And nothing happened. So that doesn't work. Okay, fine. Maybe I have to spell it out all the way with the repeat letters. So let's try. So that would be I-A-W C-A-Z A-B-P-A.
A clicking sound, but nothing happened.
Interesting. Okay. So something happened. Let's exit and see what happens. Did anything change over here? No. Ah, I got the order wrong. So I-A-W-A-B-P-A-C-A-Z. Let's try that. So I-A-W-A-B-P-A-C-A-Z.
Fucking how?
Yay, but also it's all of the letters, again, in the star order. It does have a nice little sound. Okay, we're saving. Because glowing is bad.
The light.
Stop talking. I need to... No, you fool!
Oh.
It's just a matter of time before we got
come on
trapped,
now.
let's be honest.
We have arrived at the finding out phase of Thomasina's archaeological career.
Goodness me. There's nothing Bronze Age about this.
Really? That's your observation? Not the glowing purple flame? Not the fact that you're trapped in a Bronze Age site all by yourself? The fact...
Roman? Ancient Greek? No. This is something else.
I like the two arms, like brutalist Soviet architecture.
Yeah, Tin Can makes the point of strong bisexual nightclub vibes. If John Wick wanders past asking, for something a little spicy, I would not be surprised.
Yes. Temple, an incredible discovery. Memory save. Purple light bad. Okay. All right, so we've got one mural here. What have we got to just wait?
Pop.
Lots of things to investigate here. And there's water. Interesting. Let's start by looking at the murals.
The figure is holding a whip.
Okay. This one's holding some sort of
The
plants.
figure is presenting
Sheaf of
what
wheat.
looks like a sheaf of wheat.
Okay. Did I just pick up the
A
pot?
simple pot made of clay.
All right. Why did I pick it up?
Why did you touch that?
I don't know. What's in this box?
Try as I might, it will not open. There's a small hole in the front of the box. A lock, perhaps.
I don't have any keys, do I? But I have a
I should be
knife.
careful. The blade is...
That's nice. Can I use this?
I can't wedge it open with the knife.
Okay. So what's this? The vibe I'm getting from the mural is something of the earth and something of a tool here. So we might have to put something in the arms here. Let's examine the arms.
No movement there.
Okay. Probably no movement on this one either.
No movement there.
Yeah, it does have kind of a Cain and Abel vibe, right? I mean, welcome to kinky Victorian archaeology. All right, so there were a bunch more other pots here. Can I do anything with them? Or is it just going to say it's a pot?
There's nothing inside these. A beautifully ornate pot. This is the only one with a lid.
Maybe don't too late.
Oh, God.
It's sealed tight. There's something rattling round inside.
Dear sweet baby Jesus.
Can I drag it under the water? Okay, I got an idea. Okay, I'm detecting theories. Hold on.
This one has shattered to pieces.
Okay.
These are all empty.
Okay, so I've got water, I've got a box, a locked box, and a sealed pot. So let's take a look at this soil here really quick. It's dirt, Sam.
The soil feels as hard as rock despite this damp environment.
Hint, hint. Fine, so come here. Go fill the pot with water. There we go.
I've collected some water in the pot.
All right. Try putting it in.
It's full of water.
Yes, try pouring it on the soil.
There is nothing there to water.
Not the point. Okay. Okay. Try using it with this.
Nope, that won't achieve anything useful.
All right, flood this then. I need it with the
Nope,
box.
That won't achieve anything.
All right.
No, that's not it. There is nothing there to water.
Nothing there to water is a clue. Makes me think there's got to be a seed around here somewhere that I need to do something with that I can grow that I can put there. I filled the pot with water and tried to water the soil, but it says there's nothing there to water.
Flowers?
Well, I don't have any of them. So let's try using my trowel with the soil and see what happens. Maybe if we just loosen it up a little bit.
I've broken up the soil. It's loose now.
All right, can I water it?
There is nothing there to water.
Okay, so I need some kind of seed, don't I?
What's in
Fetch
the
it in
box?
here. It's got a lock on it or something and it won't budge. Smash it
Some
open.
situations do call for brute force.
I was waiting for this.
There's something here, made of wood.
A crank.
It looks like a crank handle.
For the box?
For the door? Maybe for the box. Yeah, exactly.
A simple...
Let's try that. Da-dun, 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 da-dun.
Fits in the hole.
Hush.
Let's see if I can turn it.
Pop goes the weasel. Oh, great.
Cool, more glowing.
More glowing. That's exactly what I needed.
The box is full of...
Seeds.
Totally called it. It's the flowers.
They glow in a most unnatural manner.
Like the flames in the torches! Right?
Yet I feel compelled to take some.
Of course I do. Glowing seeds.
Hey.
Come here.
Great, you guys. That's just...
There we are.
It's a little light gardening in this underground BDSM dungeon. Happy now? Watch them grow instantly. Ta-da!
Oh, beans.
Is that wheat?
Ow!
Am I dreaming?
That's bad.
The wheat is firmly rooted.
Yes, but I have a knife. Come on. Okay. So you go here, right?
It fits.
Yes, of course it does. So now I need a whip? I don't have a whip. It very much has fertility ritual vibes going on, doesn't it? There's nothing in here that's gonna make a whip. So I'm wondering if I have to put some kind of tool. I don't want to give up my trusty trowel. Let's try giving up the fiddle.
Let's see how that will help me.
Okay.
Shut up, Cloak.
You want this?
It fits, but something is not quite right.
Are you telling me I have to make a whip?
Fiddle and bow, left to me by the young... That's a peculiar idea.
Okay, well, I don't see you having any better ideas.
Cut the horsehair from the bow. Use the knife to cut the horse.
That's what I was trying to do. Let's see if I can.
Be careful. I can't see how that will help me.
Apparently not. Vines on the wall. That's a good shout.
Yeah, maybe the vines on the wall. Maybe we're making a scourge, basically.
I've removed a portion of the root. I'll keep it.
Okay, can I have another portion of the root, please? One portion. Thank you.
It's a little crude, but I believe I've fashioned a whip.
Good grief. Okay. Let's see what happens next.
It fits.
Click. Oh, great. Let's go.
Well, there's no glowing. There's just the Stygian a bit.
Can I have the torch? Can I? Okay. Torch.
Little torchy torch.
Give me the little torchy torch, please. No torchy torch. Oh, into the darkness again. Man, I know, Grim, right? Oh, man. Oh, crap. Now I need a map. Oh, no. Fuck you, plinth! There's a plinth. More broken. There. It's described as substance. Ew. Oh, my gosh. We're so late. Okay. Look at her face. She's like, the fuck? Where am I? What am I doing? we need to wrap up here, folks, right? We're supposed to stop streaming in about 10 minutes. So we've escaped the first horrible puzzle. We're now in a place where we might need, like, a map to keep track of where we are.
This is the grimmest fucking game of nightmare ever.
To do. The key to restoring my father's health lies somewhere beneath this burrow. Right? Okay, let's save. Weezer gonna die. Okay. We leave Thomasina in the middle of her carroting for the manager arc here. I'm so tempted to go poke around just for a second. Just be like, okay, this is the door we came out of.
Goodness me.
That's Herbert.
That's Herbert. That's the cat. No. What's in here? More murals. That symbol. And the goat. And a vessel. And some mysteriously lit candles. And a plinth. How did Herbert get down here? I bet you that Herbert is the hobgoblin. Substance. Ah! I'm just gonna peek in here. Ooh,
Incredible.
that's a puzzle.
No, none of this is improving.
This is a puzzle. There's so many puzzles. I'm not.
Hi, Enid.
Hi. I'm going back to where I was standing. We'll just load right here next time. Join us next week where we will be dealing with puzzles from hell in bisexual background lighting. Right. So, folks, if you aren't familiar with our streams, we're not going to send you to bed on Nightmare Fuel, having just experienced Nightmare Fuel. We're going to take a very quick break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to do some shenanigans, something lighthearted and funny to make you laugh so you don't go to sleep on Nightmare Fuel. So if you need a little stretch break real quick, after that super intensity, by all means, but we'll take a quick content, what do we call it? Commerce? Quick interruption for commerce, and we will be right back with something funny that is not Nightmare Fuel.